right, it's time for your daily Marvel Snap news video, and today we're going to talk about all of the Series 5 cards that are coming to Marvel Snap this month. We've got 3 cards in particular to talk about. Before we get into that, how is your MODOK experience going? Well, this meme over here, which was from Reddit, the police have Cosmo, and then he is Invisible Woman hiding behind MODOK and Hela just to get ruined by Cosmo. So we're going to get into the Series 5, and there is one that I am very interested in, and I will be buying for sure. But first one we're going to talk about is Ghost. Ongoing, your cards are always revealed last. Now, I don't know how this is going to work, but this seems like a good card for cards that want to be played last on turn 6. For example, Enchantress or Shang-Chi or Valkyrie or even Shadow King. All of those cards do not want priority. So the question is, how is this card actually going to work? And I don't know. And there's a lot of speculation. What if you on turn 6 play Ghost into Shang-Chi? When you have priority, does Ghost resolve? Then it says, okay, Ghost is on the field. Well, your card's revealed last, which I'm hoping it works that way. Then your opponent, their America Chavez shows up, and then you drop your Shang-Chi and it explodes. I don't know. If it works that way, and I just honestly don't know, put down the comment section if you know. It probably does work that way, but I'm not sure. This will get play. I'm not sure how many cards in the game are going to work well with Ghost, but the idea is highly interesting. I know like Galactus players really do not want priority on turn 6. And this might be something that they put in their deck. That way they know they can play Ghost and then Null. And that way their Null doesn't get blown up by an opponent's Shang-Chi or Enchantress, right? I'm just not sure. So my interest in this card is moderate, depending on how the card works. I'm probably not going to consider spending 6,000 collector's tokens on this card until I see people using it, until I start losing against it, frankly. I mean, that's how they sell cards to us, is when you start losing to cards, right? Am I right or am I right? All right, next card is Stature. And Stature kind of has a Miles Morales feel to a certain degree. Costs 1 if your opponent discarded a card from their hand this game. So I guess this is supposed to be like an anti-MODOK card, but how often do you play against MODOK, right? I mean, unless MODOK becomes like the dominant meta, I'm not really sure. Now, there are 2 cards in game right now where you can force your opponent to discard a card, and that would be Black Bolt and Moon Knight. So I have little to no interest in this card myself personally. It feels powerful, but very situational. I mean, yes, I would love to play 1 cost for 7 power, but it just seems super situational. And, the way that I look at cards is like, are they powerful or are they not powerful? Are they like playable in many decks, or are they situational? Like, so then I look at like this card, is this card powerful? Maybe. Is it situational? Very. Then I look at a card like Shuri and I was like, wow, she is very powerful and she can get played in a ton of decks. Wow. I think Shuri is probably the best card in the game right now. Also, Kang. And this is the card that I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy this card. I definitely want to try this card out. On reveal, look what your opponent did, then restart the turn without Kang. I believe this would probably get played the most on turn 6, but you can play it on turn 5 or turn 6. I feel like this card will save cubes. Like if you just not sure what your opponent is playing, or you actually get to see what your opponent was wanting to do, at least the cards in the hand will be revealed. And then whether or not they play it the same on the secondary turn remains to be seen. But I suspect that this card might get played in a lot of different decks. So that is going to be my card that I have the highest interest in myself. Of course, we'll have to see. It's all speculation. Also, this just blows my mind. I opened both Galactus and Thanos by collection 2566, and my goodness, you got Thanos right there, and Galactus there. So the way that this works is that there's supposed to be 1 out of 400 collector reserves. So like about every 5,000 collection level, maybe you should have a chance at pulling a Series 5 card. So this just seems so mathematically improbable. It just blew my mind. And congratulations to you for getting those two. Absolutely. Because those are also the thing about Thanos and Galactus is that they are the big bads. They are the special Series 5 cards that are not dropping currently from 5 to 4 and then 4 to 3. They're going to just remain like permanent fixtures at Series 5 is my understanding. Then also the question came up, which bundle would you get? I only have enough to get one and I'm conflicted. I'm a big fan of the Wakanda variant, but I'm also a fan of tokens and credits and the Deadpool bundle. I also have Shuri pinned and the tokens would help with that. To me, this is a no-brainer. But I'm also a person that doesn't necessarily care about variant. If you want to buy the variants, buy the variants. But if you have to choose between having it look good or having more access to, like they said, they're saving their collector tokens for Shuri. If you want it just from like a gameplay experience, it is 1000% a no-brainer, the Deadpool bundle. And the Deadpool bundle, I believe, is coming out later this month, about the 22nd, if I remember correctly. And I really like what they did here on Marvel Snap Zone, where they analyzed the 4 bundles and gave them a rating on the value per dollar. Like if you look right here, this positively charged bundle, you have the gold and the equivalent gold price right there, so on and so on. And the birth pool one gives collector tokens and credits. And if you look at the ratio between the positively charged, which is in the game right now for Mr. Negative, the one to get is without a doubt the birth pool bundle. It's not even close. And then they show the total value. So basically the Mr. Negative is the second most reasonable compared to the 2 cosmetic ones, which I will not be purchasing. I will be getting the birth pool. And if I feel super compelled, the one that I would consider next would be the positively charged. And also, it's worth noting that I feel that getting the battle pass, even if you don't care about MODOK, is the best value in the game. Then also, so there's a difference between a 4 dash cost and cards that cost 4. And I think the best explanation is right here. Both are correct. It's a bit confusing, but the game uses the term X dash cost or cards that cost X. And so this is a good example right here is the raft. First to fill this draws a 6 cost card. It costs 0. So whenever you see 6 dash cost, like that is right there, that is referring to its initial went into the game, right? What does this card actually cost? Like for example, Nova is a 1 dash cost card. Cards that cost 4 or cards that cost 0 or cards that cost 2 refers to its modified cost. Clear as mud. This makes a lot of sense. 3 cost card is originally cost 3. You can get it discounted, get it Iceman, but it'll always be a 3 cost card, 3 dash cost. Cards that cost 3 are that are currently cost 3 at the moment. I don't feel that this is worded well. And this also affects locations. You can notice that there's certain locations that refer to, they typically say cards that cost 6 or something like that. And that refers to their current cost. All right. Well, now it's time for the giveaway. I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account a Dracula earplugs avatar. This is not a scam. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Don't those look like earplugs? I don't know. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.